How to get promoted. All right. Who am I to give you any advice? 10 years as a boss, 10 years working for people. Saw lots of good things, saw lots of bad things. Let's get cracking. How to get promoted. It depends on your boss, but most of them, especially if it's their own company, have put a lot of risk, personal risk, monetary risk, on the line. And to some extent, you want someone that is serious. A lot of people aren't. That's why I put it down. When you're a boss, you want people beneath you who want to be management, to be respected. And the way to achieve that is to be a little serious in the office. A lot of an attitude I like is when we're talking work, we're dead serious. When there's a moment for a laugh and a giggle, we're not so serious. But I don't want there to be a grey area. It's work and it's serious, and I want you to be fully engaged and concentrated. And there's, okay, we're having a laugh about what happened at the weekend or some news or whatever. So, be a little serious around your boss. That means your relationship with your current boss is very important, and you need to manage it. You don't want to be their friend, I think, is the safe place. Sometimes it works, being their mate that works. But I would start off with, you're my boss, I respect you, I'm dead serious, and I'm serious about this company, I'm serious about the work I do, and what do you want? I'm going to do it. So, at end of home time, don't break the door down at 4:59. Don't break the door down at 5. Have you finished your task? Do you have somewhere else to be? Stay and just finish it. Just finish it. 5:10. I mean, in the city, you're going to be there 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock, midnight. You know, it will depend on your industry and the work ethic in that industry. But in a lot of companies, 5 o'clock, people break the door down, literally. Be careful what you ask for. Especially in the city. I'd say the city, it could be any city. People are always pushing pay rise, promotion. Just be aware that if you get a promotion, pay rise, the expectation of you has just gone up. So if you think you can relax because you've got a pay rise and you're promoted, you'll be the first to go if you don't raise your level to the level they are now paying you for, or the title you now have. You now need to be more serious. You need to get more respect, and you need to manage better. So just be careful what you ask for. Respect. If you want to get promoted, most companies will respond to seriousness, respect, and managing yourself. It's pretty straightforward. Next thing, positivity. Don't gripe about the company. Don't gripe. Be constructive, be positive, have positive energy when you walk in the office. Hi, good morning, everyone, or morning to whoever it is you walk past. If you haven't watched Suits, Harvey Specter has a positivity. He has a personality that people want to be around. That is, what do you call it? When it's conducive, brings everyone else up, brings the energy level up. It also promotes respect, people managing themselves, and seriousness. When you let's talk suits. Yes, they're serious, but they made jokes. They have respect for one another, positive, and they managed exceptionally well. And you always saw them making the show pitch black at night. You know, that's what it takes. Positivity is a really big one because some people walk into an office with a face like thunder. I don't care how your morning was. I don't care how your drive was. When you come in the office, shake it off. You're here now. You've made it. Smiling face. Good morning. Let's get this done. You know, I'll take 10 of them over Grumpy Graham. It's really important that. So just to touch on some things I've witnessed. In a very bad company, I forgot his name now, Darryl Green, he was a hedge fund owner. He promoted and paid women for sexual favors. I would never suggest you go down the route of that girl in question or the girls in question who thought, oh, well, this will further my career. It is pretty gross, pretty grim if that's the way you're gonna get promoted. Up to you. I saw, again, this was actually another female. She constantly complained to her management about her peers and weirdly got paid and got promoted. Very dangerous tactical move. Depending on the company, you'll either just get fired or you won't be liked either by your peers. So that was a tactic, and she went about it really aggressively. I'd be very careful about just complaining about everyone. With all of this, be careful that you're not being taken advantage of, which is very common. That's been my experience, where you're serious, you show respect, you're positive, you take on 10 people's work, and then the company take advantage of you. And when you leave, because you haven't been promoted, you haven't been pay raised, they go, well, don't go. We're gonna now promote you and now pay rise you. How much do you want? That's then, to me, it was a display that the company was incredibly poor. And, you know, funny that, because they actually went bankrupt after I left. So there's an element of not being taken advantage of. So you need to be very clear and manage your bosses. Your bosses will try to manage you, but you need to manage your bosses of where your pay should be, what level you should be, and why. But just be careful what you ask for. There's definitely a balance. There will be times when a boss will go, I need someone at the weekend to help with X. I need someone to go to Algeria. Be that person. If you want to get somewhere, be that person. I'll do it. You know, when a volunteer comes up, will someone archive this or will someone that? Oh, yeah, I'll do it. You know, that goes a long way with bosses. And if you do commit to Algeria or the archive or whatever, do not change your mind. But I definitely recommend being the person. I got into a M&A team at UBS Bank, and beautiful chap, Sherman. I think his name is James Sherman. I got in there, and he wasn't my direct manager, but he was super helpful. He was like, James, tomorrow, bring spare shirt, spare pants, passport, so that if anything happens and we need to travel and they want to take a intern, that you'll be that intern, because you'll have your passport, because you'll have a spare set of, you'll have a kit here. have a travel bag here, basically, is what he's saying. It never happened, but I did what he said. I had my passport and I had a travel bag ready to go. Be that person, that volunteer. I should have written it down. I should have written team. If you want to get promoted, I think sport, what we do at weekends is sport. People watch sport, play sport. Sport is the greatest thing humans have ever come up with. Ever. We play it as kids for fun. We do it as kids for play. As adults, we wish we did it. And why? Why do we love sport? Team. Why do we love team? It's that kind of tribal thing. If you work and, you'll have your group that does whatever, bind that team. Bind them together. We're the best is a bit cliche, but we do great, we do awesome, we smash it, however cliche you want to get. But the reverse of that, of this team's rubbish, this we suck, we're terrible at this, I don't want to do this, massive impact. So bind the team that you're in, make it the best team, commit completely to that team. And the outcomes are normally like a lot better. Examples from I was in a banking team, and luckily the 2 or 3 I worked with were just super committed, and there was another team where they all acted like individuals. Oh my God, I didn't want to be in that team. That was very early days in my working environment, but when you get that strong team, that tightly knit team, they're invincible. So positive, commit, respect, all these things to bind your team together, I think is so important. So then it feels like work is a sport. See what I did there? It should kind of go without saying, but if you want to get promoted, be organized, because promotion normally comes with more responsibilities, and you're not going to be able to manage more and more and more and more if you're not organized. I don't care who you are. A disorganized person will fail at some point, because organization of lots of tasks is key. I don't think you can do it in a disorganized manner. And it's small things like have your desk squared away. Have the life persona you bring into the office, have it squared away. How's your weekend? It's brilliant. How's your evening? Fantastic. Oh, what did you do? I went to the gym and then I had a chicken salad. I wouldn't eat the chicken myself, but I'd have a salad. What did you do at the weekend? Oh, we did this, we did this, and then kayaked and walked along the beach. Oh my God, this guy's really got his crap together. Jeez, and now look at him. He's like shiny shoes, beautiful suit, clean shirt. Wow, this is inspirational stuff. Don't be cocky. Just have your life together, have it organized. Don't be a drag. If you want to get promoted, let's say you've made a big mistake historically. You need to leave. You need to quit. It's as simple as that. If you've still got the same boss that witnessed your calamity, you just have to quit and move on. You will be black-marked and you will not get the pay or the reward. Or if you feel you've got off to the wrong start, or you had problems outside work and they kind of came into work, you're black-marked. you got to go. You got to go somewhere else because they won't let you out of it. You got to be. You need your history to be pure and crystal and everything tied together. So my advice would be you're wasting your time hanging around if you've had a historical nosedive. Move on, find a new place, start fresh. Last thing just about bosses. If your boss is an a-hole, you need to leave. Getting promoted is pointless. The only other thing you can do is obviously move group, so you have a different boss. Or if your boss is an a-hole, you need to complain above and risk the fallout. HR department's quite good for dealing with stuff like that. And if you're the top boss and you get a complaint about an intermediate boss, you know what? A decent big boss actually cares about that, actually wants to know. And even if they're mates, it's never a reason not to. You still want to know that you've got a bad egg in there, because a good boss would have no problems with everyone underneath him. No problems. A good boss would only have respect from the people that work with him. So if you have a bad boss, and they're so common, there's so many absolute retarded bosses out there. I don't know where some of them get off. Complain to the big guy. Complain to the big guy, go on a limb. If you have to leave because of it, you do. In the long run, you got to cut this stuff. Red flags, toxic cultures, bullies, all red flags. Run like the wind out of that company if you can't get that boss fired. And try and get the boss fired if you can. Maybe they'll go, you know what? I agree with you. We're going to get rid of him and you're now the boss. That's how it's done. I think that's useful. I probably should have put commit on here. Any big boss wants committed staff. You know, the last thing you want is, oh, but what about health and safety? What about it's not my role. When you hear as a boss, it's not my job, or it's not my role, or it's not you literally want to burn that person at the stake. So when they say, can you, your answer is yes. Let's just hope your boss is a good boss, because that matters too. All right, that's it for this one.